too often, I see a lot of the same trends in couples when they come for counseling. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 red flags for couples, which may indicate that it may be time to see a couples counselor. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rona Brown, registered nurse, counselor, and marriage and family therapist, and welcome to the Art of Connection Therapy channel, where we talk about connection to God, connection to ourselves, and connection to one another. I make educational videos to help you move toward having and maintaining the kind of relationships that you were created to have. Red flag number 1. Your partner is the end-all, be-all. That, you can imagine how that can strain a relationship. In life, we are to have many different relationships, not a bunch of people. It's not about number of people. It's about having a few, or maybe for some, a lot of people, but quality relationships. Relationships that you can lean on and depend on, relationships at work, relationships at home, relationships at church, in other areas, so that you're not solely dependent on your partner to meet all of your emotional needs. You can see how that can drain a relationship, because there's no way that one person can just be the end-all be-all for the other partner. If you find that either you or your partner seems to be the end-all be-all for the other, especially if it's you want to make sure that you get active, that you get involved, start to try to build relationships. Again, you don't have to have a million people to feel like you're important. You just need 1 or 2 or even 3 people that you can build solid quality friendships and relationships with, and vice versa. You can be that for the other person to help you have a more balanced and fulfilling life, so that way you're not placing everything on your partner to have to fill all your emotional needs. Red flag number 2, not clearly communicating your needs and wants. I see this all the time in couples therapy, where people want one thing, they're not saying it. They need one thing, they're not telling their partner what they need. It's a bunch of mixed messages. And that's something that over time we've learned to do when we try to get our needs met. But there are times where it doesn't work. When you're finding that it doesn't work, your needs are constantly not being met, or you feel like your partner isn't meeting your needs at all, it may be time to consider some counseling to be able to help the two of you with communication, so that way both of you are sharing your needs and wants. Both of you are able to communicate those things to potentially get them met and have a satisfying relationship. Number 3, not actively listening to your partner. You want to make sure that you are listening to what your partner is saying. We talked about number 2, not clearly communicating your needs. If you are clearly communicating your needs, but your partner isn't listening actively, then it's not going to work. Communication is speaking and listening, and really listening, taking in, making space for, and sharing back. So you have to be actively listening. Another skill, I really work with couples to help them in their communication, in being able to communicate clear messages, and then also being able to receive clear messages from their partner, and not always thinking about the response that they're going to give next, but really taking that in that information, so that both people can feel heard and feel loved in their relationship. Number 4, avoiding difficult topics. You will not believe how many couples that I've seen, and they've been married for years and decades, and refuse to talk about the pink elephant in the room. As we know, those things don't go away. They tend to come back, and they come back harder and stronger. So you want to make sure that you are tackling difficult issues. If they're not going away, or if you're tackling them and they're still not working or getting better, then you want to see someone else, maybe someone who's objective, a professional counselor who specializes in couples therapy. If you're not sure where to start, check out my video, because I do have a video that has my top 5 couple therapy modalities that may be able to assist you as you are seeking a couples therapist. But this is a good indicator. If you're avoiding conflict, or if when you are trying to tackle the conflict, it's not getting anywhere, you certainly want to see someone, because there are ways to be able to work through things and not have to shove everything under the rug. And last but not least, this is what I see of a lot in couples therapy, a lot of tit for tat. So you may have one person that is airing out maybe a complaint or something that they need or want in the relationship, and the other person responds with, well, you didn't do this for me. Well, I don't see you doing this. And then it's like, well, but you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And so it becomes this tit for tat. That never helps anyone. It won't help your couple. It won't help your relationship. It won't work. What you want to do, again, this is what we talk about when we're talking about communication and the other ones and the other red flags that I just mentioned, about clearly communicating and actively listening. Then that gets you out of the tit for tat where it's like, you're telling me this, but I need you to hear this. There may be time for you to air your complaint. It may not be at that specific time when someone else is trying to get their needs met. So you want to reserve a time for you to be able to share as well, and not take that opportunity to just hit the ping pong ball back to your partner, because again, that won't work for you at all. So those were the top 5 red flag issues that I see when I'm working with couples. The last thing that I want to say, and I didn't put this in a category, but it is something to consider. One of the biggest things that I see, even bigger than the red flags that I talked about, was how long couples wait to get help. Oftentimes people wait till their marriage is on the brink of divorce, till they're sleeping in separate beds, till the children grow up and someone's moving out. It doesn't have to be that way. If you are finding that you are constantly stuck in these red flags, if you're finding that your relationship isn't working, there is help out there. If you are in the Maryland area and are looking for a couples therapist, you can check out my website at www.theartofconnectiontherapy.com, and I can see if I have any slots available or to be able to connect you to someone who can help. If you are outside of the Maryland area, Psychology Today may be a good place to start. There are other websites out there where you can find counselors and therapists to be able to assist you, because you're not stuck and you don't have to stay stuck. Also, I have a video on different types of credentials or mental health professionals. If you're looking to say, who am I looking for? Am I looking for a psychiatrist? Am I looking for a marriage and family therapist? Should I be looking for a social worker? I have a video on that, so check out that video as well. If you found this information helpful, you can like and subscribe to this channel. You can also hit the notification bell to know when I post new videos. And you can also, like I said before, check out my website at www.theartofconnectiontherapy.com. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time, and always remember that connection is an art worth mastering. Take care.